there, and welcome to my channel, JC Soul Gems. So you're going to hear something loud as I clear the space. Let me get into your reading today. So we're going to check in to see what the Ascended Masters have to say to you. Listen, freedom, fertility. Oh, there's two there. Mother Mary's been coming up a lot. Mother Mary's working with the collective right now very deeply. So just remember, these are collective readings. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Oh my. Take this through your own intuitive filter, of course. The Eye of Horus is very important today, so you might resonate with Egypt, but this is about truth and clarity in the collective, especially those on their awakening journey that have really committed to this sovereignty of their own being and to reclaiming their health, their spiritual wellness, their spiritual capacity, their spiritual connection. They're coming into the line of truth, universal truth, being able to see evil and identify it and bring unconditional love to it and still accept free will's choices. That's a huge thing going through the collective today. And the Eye of Horus is also protection. You are being protected from what you cannot see. You're being protected as you arise in your frequency and in your authentic being. There is a lot of different channels on this earth that are trying to keep us down to a lower vibration. And as you arise, you're going to trigger other people because it arises and awakens them, right? And so you're going to be protected in all of this. Even if something arises or a challenge arises, you're going to be coming. So you're listening to your divine wisdom and your divine connection. That's what brought you here today. May Spirit bring the right people here at the right time. And just understand that you are always connected. So my soul is speaking to your soul, and your soul is speaking to me. So what do we have here? So Ancient Grace is coming up. To me, Maui, Hawaii is coming up, but that's Lemuria and Atlantis might be important to you. Lineages of Green Tara as a Buddhist diva or even as a follower of Buddha. The times of King Solomon, Merkaba, true Archangel Metatron who loves you unconditionally. Mother Mary, of course. So these are going to be different lineages that you lived in, and then these are the guides that are helping to work with you. So this is a high time of fertility. So if you're trying to get pregnant, you could actually get pregnant, or this could be pregnant with an idea. You could be birthing an idea. You could be really. This is to me showing like you're fertilizing the ground for the next parts of your awakening, for the next parts of your manifestation. There's some specific visions that are coming through you that you are working on channeling through, and you're doing it with pleasure, peace, and joy, because that's what Pan represents. And Pan is telling me like, have more fun with it. Have more, like, dance and sing and allow yourself to smile and enjoy, even though things are heavy and like collective groups around you might not be in those states. You smiling and you giving permission to bring joy into things, even if they're a bit heavy, are going to be able to help free other people to allow the same thing. And this is again freedom. And this is again just coming into alignment with who you are and like you're alchemizing anything within you that's holding you back. You're really going through into the limits of your mind. You're really going into your core beliefs, and you're really uprooting them to be like, what is still holding me back? Why can't I manifest this vision? What is standing in my way? And if not, this is your sign to do that, and this is your sign to call it. And all you have to do is really list it. And so I talked about this in my other readings today, so this must be a really big collective message that's going on when you find this, but it's like, I'm no longer willing to tolerate. I am no longer available for it. You can make actual written lists by hands, pen to paper. It's soul writing. It's very, very lethargic, and it actually helps to pull energies, rogue energies out of your field, put them on paper, especially with the I'm no longer willing to tolerate or I'm no longer available for. You can burn those, and then that actually pulls the energies right out of your field and your system to release them. And then what am I choosing to believe, and writing out your new beliefs. And so water might be really significant to you, because I also pulled another card with water, but then Oshun, even, that's like Lemuria again, that Lemurian connection, Jaguar connection. And then also you might just be really called to connect with your ancestors right now. You might be really called to connect with your ancestors' way of caring for themselves, a way of dressing even is coming through, and really adorning yourself and really coming into that feminine beauty, no matter if you resonate as a masculine or a feminine. A divine divine masculine, of course, divine feminine energetics. It's just about like bringing in that purity of uniqueness and beauty and just dressing in a really, really unique way, but coming out very raw and vulnerable, really loving yourself and your body, really loving, I see a lot of you are into training, working out, you're really loving your shape right now, you're really loving the relationship that you're having with your body, and you've noticed the more you care for your body, the more spiritual energetics you've been able to come through and the more alchemization that you've been able to do. And so you're listening with your heart and you're seeing with your spirit, and you're really cutting through any of the negativity and the BS that's trying to be fed to us. But it is really important to speak over your water, to pray over your water, to clean yourself out a little bit more, and also to just check the quality of your water. Is it clean? What's going on with it? I noticed today our water is really smelling like chlorine. I want to contact my building and talk to them about that because I don't understand why it's so intense there. But really making sure you're getting pure, clean water and using kind of different filters and water is also coming up. But also just stepping into water that is alive and connected to Gaia is going to be really important for your spiritual cleaning and energetics. Just because the way of modern living, we aren't able to do it. But if you could do that under moonlight and starlight and go into a living body of water, the ocean or rivers or something safely and beautifully, then that is really calling to you to here. See, there's more water, streams, rivers, flowers are here too. So flowers are very significant into your journey. Wherever you find this, whenever the next full moon is from you, that's going to be a really significant time of freedom for you. There's going to be a lot of energetic closure loops that you've been working on that are going to bring in healing to you. I'm seeing with your money, with your love life, with your just how you look at life in general. I see a lot of you might have been in worry, but you're actually cleansing out your worries at the deepest subconscious roots, and you're just like, I'm no longer willing to allow these things to bind me anymore. You're not worried about spiritual persecution, you're not worried about being rejected, you just don't care what people think anymore, but not in that egotistical way of like where it's kind of combative. You're just so peaceful, you're over in your tiny corner of the universe just doing your own thing, experiencing love and joy and gratitude. I see you caring for plants, I see you caring for animals, I see you having almost like a whole garden in your apartment or your place of living. It's kind of like a small space, but you're just really honing in your connection to Gaia and nature. And then something else that's coming off the field right now too is that like money is the idea that money is evil. Like Creator to me is full of abundance. Creator, that's why we have the mountains and the trees and the flowers and all of the food that comes from the earth, is because we actually, Creator is abundant and opulent and endless, and the matrix programming and the way that some people have used money in the past has been negative and maybe quote unquote evil, but it's, you don't have to use it like that, and you're starting to see that, and you're starting to actually like allow spiritual resources to come in. You're actually releasing vows of poverty, you're releasing vows of celibacy to do with money and material things that you might have taken on in past lives, because you understand that energy and resources are going to allow you to help more and more people. Like if you have money, you're going to give it to orphanages, you're going to give it to different charities, you're going to help feed people, you're going to speak to things that are close to your heart, and you're going to build new infrastructure with that, and you're allowing yourself to expand the capacity in your containers to hold more money, and to not just have resources and money to use it selfishly. You're going to use it to help other people, and that's allowing you to expand and allow more of it into your field. Because I've seen this kind of like resistance you had about having money and about letting like money control you in a way, or like it's like, oh, I don't really need that, I don't really want that, I don't really want anything, look how much other people are greedy and using things so like just so recklessly, so I don't really need anything. But you are one of the collective. There's groups of collectives coming out of that right now, because there's a massive wealth transfer. There are things that our ancestors worked for, whether it be knowledge, riches, like different ways of carrying, different intellectual practices that were stripped of them, that were stolen from them, or that were lost, or that were burned away in different wars and different fights for power that were going on, that are all now coming back to us energetically. Okay, and so that's the freedom, and that's where you want to listen to your intuitive divine guidance, because you might be asked to do something that doesn't make sense, but it's like everything's happening in your favor. It is going to bring you into divine alignment. So just follow it. Listen to your heart. Listen with your spirit. Those desires might bring you to something else, and it might connect you to other groups of people, or it might connect you to an opportunity. So keep following that inner divine guidance, even if it doesn't make sense. And this is about coming out of the closet. So you're coming out of the closet with your true feelings. You might actually be stepping up into the spotlight. I'm seeing with your gifts, with your service. You're meant to use your voice, you're meant to speak, you're meant to communicate, and you're meant to connect with other people so that you can help guide them back to the light in whatever way they need to be brought. By anchoring love and light and pure source energy through you, it comes through every part of your frequency and your vibration in the way that you're doing it, where you're living it. And that's kind of what's birthing here, is you're really you're allowing yourself to be yourself, and you're allowing your beliefs to come out, and you're just not worrying about what anyone thinks about that anymore. You understand who you are. You're not hurting anybody. You want unconditional love for everybody. You don't harm people. You're not responsible for people's emotions. You're not responsible for how people take you, and you're kind of just living in that truth and just letting light and love emanate from you, but you're also not taking people's crap. Like, that's the sword over here. Manjushri has in their hand too, is like strong energetic boundaries. So also, you're just protected by your own open heart, by your own freedom, by your own solidarity of knowing who you are, knowing what you bring, knowing how you think. You're not allowing anyone to kind of pull you off that path. Okay, then you have that nurture yourself, Mother Mary, and so you're really caring for your vessel. You're caring for your body. You're really looking at what kind of drinks and what kind of foods you put in your body. You're really looking at the chemicals that are in different things, and you're coming back to that even like more ancestral eating, right? Maybe you got hunter-gatherer diets. Maybe you're just looking up different kinds of ways of eating and making clean eating as part of a lifestyle. Maybe you're learning to cook again. Maybe you've been eating a lot of processed food or eating out. And maybe you're coming out of some of those impulse controls, and you're just learning how to be satiated in the moment with what you have. And you're also learning how to consume less, and you're also learning how to make more things because it saves you money, and also just because of the health of it. And you're also nurturing yourself spiritually and emotionally. You're allowing yourself to rest. You're allowing yourself to grieve if you need to. You're not losing yourself in your emotions, which is actually bringing you into emotional balance and recalibrating your emotional guidance compass system that Creator intended our emotions to be. But you are surrendering any heavy energies that you don't know how to deal with to Creator, to a higher power, to your angels and to your guides to help you. And you are just completely nurturing yourself. You're nurturing your hair, your skin, your nails. I'm seeing you're just really trying all these different things to make yourself even more beautiful and to bring in just this, your inner glow to come outside of your body as well. This is really beautiful. Mother Mary's just been supporting the collective through all of these things in general, and really helping to allow people to know and see their authentic self. Okay, so we have King Solomon priorities. So your priorities are coming to the surface. You, because of the way that you've been living, because of the way you've been treating your body, because of the way that you've been caring for yourself, your cells are in their prime magnetism to receive the electrical downloads from Creator, from Source, and you're being given your destiny codes, your maps. Those are all arising right now. That's a theme in the collective readings right now. And so you're really prioritizing of what is important to me, and you're cutting through all the information that's going on out there and all of the things that are grabbing for our attention. Like, think about it, like, oh my goodness, today I cleaned out my emails because like there's so many things I just unsubscribed for. Like, I'm driving around to work or whatever I need to go, and there's ads everywhere. And then now there's ads on my phones and my apps, and then there's ads in if you watch YouTube, and then there's commercials on the screen, and then there's signs that we're just being sold to all the time. It's like over here, and you are bubbling out, and maybe you're connected or star to soul star, like I always say, your divine rooting. Maybe you don't know that consciously, maybe you do. And you are just bubbling out and being like, hey, what is calling to me? What is calling to me from inside myself and guiding me forward? What is it that I need? What is it that I want to focus on? And you're leaving your highest priorities at front and center. And you might even be called to do some structures within that, where you actually have some beautiful like structure of like, this is my 5-year plan, and then this is my this year plan, and then every week or month you're reflecting on that plan so that you can come back and look at it and say like, okay, how can I schedule out my week, or what things can I do this week that keep me on track with my plan and keep me moving forward with it. Okay, so meditation is key here. Meditation can be done in many different forms. Like, there is no necessarily quote unquote proper way to meditate, but with all that distraction and all that energy that I just talked about coming through, it is really good to just sit in quiet, to pull all your senses inward and close down your eyes and bring yourself into your heart. Even if you just meditate on your heart and your breath, you seek to fall deeply into yourself to find those ancient well springs of wisdom and love. And you follow the breath, even for 5 minutes a day, 3 minutes, 1 minute, or throughout the day, just stopping and prayer, like saying a prayer. I carry prayers on my phone that I have recorded myself to connect to my own voice and the creational aspects within me. I have guided meditations on my phone, so I can literally do them on a lunch hour, or, you know, if I'm having a moment, I can stop and do one in the car. It's just about setting up. If we're going to have technology, why not set it up to support you in connecting with divinity and support you in connecting with your higher self? And meditation is the asking, and then it is the receiving of the downloads. So we can meditate and we can ask for things. We can ask for guidance. We can ask for blocks to be removed. We can surrender things up that are really bothering us. But meditation, there's guided meditation, there's walking meditation, art can be meditation, cooking can be meditation. So there are open-eyed meditations that you can do as well, right? And once you get proficient in closed-eye meditations and sitting and pulling all your senses in, and then you get through the backlog of chatter that's going to happen when you first start meditating, that most people are like, oh, I can't meditate, because you think you've never meditated before you sit down. There's going to be, your inner being is going to have a lot to say to you. It's got like, it's like not cleaning your house for years and then sitting, it's like trying to clean it one time and saying like, oh, it's too dirty, I'll never have it clean. Like that's what people do when they enter meditation practice, because they say they can't do it. But it's like, you just got to be patient with it. The consistency, the key, the silence will come eventually, but you got to hear yourself out first. You've not been listening to yourself for years, so it's going to be chattering, right? And you can go to really beautiful places, because meditation is your key to astral travel. Meditation is your key to quantum energetics, and you can call on some of these beings to help you meditate, right? Okay, so then we have focused intention from Diana. We have Abundantia, Namatoa, and Isis. So meditation, creating sacred space. So creating sacred space has come up a couple times in this group of readings and batches that I'm filming right now as well. So sacred space, like bringing in any pieces, holy pieces that remind you of pure unconditional source light and love. You can make an altar. You can just literally have a corner, or you can just claim your whole space in unconditional love and light. You know, there's ways to consecrate your space with different smoke clearing techniques, or you can use sound, you can use prayer, you can use ohms, you can use different subliminals or different kinds of frequencies, right? There's solfeggio frequencies. Those are all really good for cleaning the space in the home and creating sacred space. And then also just what you bring into your home, like, you know, the things you bring into your home, substances, alcohol, those kinds of things, they can have spirits on them. So at least if you're going to bring them in your home, pray over them. At the very, very least, right? Or just don't bring those into the home. And even from what you watch, sometimes when things are a little bit too violent and have no purpose in that violence, you want to be careful of how much you're bringing in. And if it's cruel violence, if it's evil or entity-driven violence, also that's a big deal. It's really helpful to put black onyx crystals all around your TV, because that helps to close, to create an energetic crystalline portal so that entities and things can't enter your home if you are going to continue to watch those things, right? Sometimes we don't even know what we're watching when it comes on the TV. Evil's running such amok right now, so that is for somebody. Okay, so then prosperity is coming in. So like, what did I tell you? Resources coming in. Oh, divine overflow from Ma with the drink the water too, just listening to your intuitive guidance. And it's bringing you the freedom that you've prayed for. You're highly fertile, so everything is coming to birthing through. These seeds that you planted even a while back, they're all coming back up to the surface. All these things that you might have even forgotten you asked to manifest are coming back up right now. And it's coming from your past lives as well. It's coming from what you've cleared in your past lives. It's coming from that good karma, from all of the karma you've already met and cleared and let go of and worked through. And then there's even like ancestral karma that's coming back to you. Like I said, divine inheritances right now. It's time to claim what was ours. And you can just sit down. If we do it right now, put your hands on your heart, take a nice deep breath, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let out any tension and stress. Let's do it again. I am ready to claim my divine inheritance. Anything that is rightfully mine, I call back. Any power, any energies, anything that was taken from me or my family lineage that is truly and rightfully mine, I call it back to be returned to me now through the loving grace of the divine creator, cleansed and purified through unconditional love, and returned to my life, my auric field, and now protected within my energetic boundaries, within my energetic range and field, guided by my ancestors, guarded by my ancestors, guides, angels, and to see your whole life in a bubble. Like, see yourself in a bubble of divine light, beauty, this beautiful maybe gold or silver light all over you. And then see a nice huge circle that goes down even into the earth below and all around your whole life. And let that also be protected by your guides, your angels, including animal spirits. And that all of that energy is coming back in to benefit your life, to benefit your community, to benefit the people and beings around you, that you have it come to you and you share it back out because you are generous, because you are love, and you know who you are. You know why you came here. And so it is, in full faith. I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to have your own reading with me, you can email me. The link is all below, everything that I offer. We do soul alignment, we do energy clearing. I say we. I do have a team that helps me schedule and do my administrative work, but I also have a spirit team, and I work with Creator, of course, in tandem, even in these readings, to bring through what's best for you and what's serving you. And we help to clean up your auric field. We help to balance out anything that might still be blocking you or any blind spots that you might still have. It helps to balance out your whole alignment, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, and it helps you come into intense presence and power so that whatever you're doing amplifies and becomes more beautiful, more pleasurable, more fulfilling, and it helps to release and remove gently and with peace, without any life or healing crises, anything that's no longer serving your life or field, and replace it with that true divine provision, and to activate overflowing amounts of abundance, wealth, and prosperity. So if you want to work with me, I would love that. I would be honored to work with you. You can shoot me an email and we will have you set up within 48 hours, me or my team. Okay? I love you so much. I'm praying for you always to have the highest order of health, love, prosperity, blessings, abundance, beauty, and a strong connection to the pure source love light and unconditional love that we emanate from, to pure source love light creator of all that is, that loves you and your angels, your guides, in full faith. Amen. I love you. Namaste.